Fisher, Neal, Wilson with Yossi and Weber, but it's a 2-on-1. Patrick Marleau back from Couture, scores for San Jose on this night.
When you're behind, you have to take risks. Nashville does here, pinching in Roman Yossi, or pardon me, it was Shea Weber with the hit. The Sharks get the puck out of the zone. Here's the hit. Here's the odd man rush. And how about unselfish? Marleau started it. Couture got it back to Marleau. And what a shot. And again, hardly a chance for Pekka Rinne. And there's what he's going through. And the change of goaltenders for Nashville.
And eventually, he cashes in. And when things aren't going your way, sometimes the frustration sets in. For Jamie Benn, he kind of sums this up for his team, and not just once or twice. Making an odd number 3 times right there. My advice, take it out on something wearing a blue jersey.
Tough way to lose a hockey game for Boston.
But a great game it was, and if that's what it takes to beat the Boston Bruins, most fans will take that. The overtime period brought to you by New York Life. Tuukka Rask's 7-game winning streak comes to an end.
Good check by Pesek. He gets slammed to the boards by Kadri, and then Matheson hits Kadri. Puck is out to center. Balassi went after
now. He's going to get it for Belly. Yeah.
We've got Kadri and Matheson going at it and some calls.
You got to get Kadri going as well for retaliating. You've got to make this an even call. I think Matheson's going to go, right?
It may only be one call to Nazem Kadri as he slams his stick, and he's hearing an earful from the NHL official in the box. You do not see that very often.
No, you certainly don't.
Wow.
Afternoon 2-1, but the Sharks came back and tied it up in the dying, and I mean dying seconds of the second period on Tierney's goal.
Puck comes around to Yanni Gourde once again. Works it up and ahead. Point got it back to the line. Trigger scores! The blade came off of Rask's skate, and he is beside himself.
Happens down low, and Rask losing his marbles here as he's not happy with the referee that they didn't see that he was in distress there.
Phil Kessel's had quite a night, a very emotional one, as for a lot of the Penguins on their bench.
Now the ups and downs of emotion of being a professional hockey player, it's a lot of back and forth from teammate to talking to himself to trying to turn the game around. He has been one frustrated player. You have to move the puck as he is emphatic there. And I don't remember a game where I've seen that much discussion. Every single time he's come back to the bench, it seems like there's an animated conversation.
They're separated. Sestito and McGrattan back at the blue line. Torts is angry.
Is he ever? He's looking directly at the Calgary Flames bench.
Kelly, we saw this coming. We got the starting lineups tonight.
No question about it. When you get these kind of guys and you know the rivalry between the two teams, this clearly makes a lot of sense from what we saw with the starting lineups.
So you see Tortorella
still going at it.
And the visiting team submits their lineup and their starting 5 before the home team does. So Bob Hartley would have given his lineup in, and Tortorella obviously saw who he was starting, 4th line, and matched with his 4th line, and here's what that led to right off the opening faceoff.
He didn't hesitate to drop him, did he?
So Tortorella still yelling at Bob Hartley, who's not even coming over to engage in the conversation.
Kessler and Hudler.
And now Hartley comes over as some of the Flames have gone towards the photographer's moat between the benches. The Canucks are over there. Burrow's in his first game back with the
Shane
protector
O'Brien,
around his broken jaw.
That's normally at the other end of the bench, made his way down by the forwards on the Flames.
And as Tortorella continues to berate Bob Hartley, he is furious.
Well, I wonder what PJ Stock's going to say during the intermission about this.
You know, PJ's loving it.
Yep.
Well, the building just erupted. Doug Gilmour is so angry he just slammed the door and the glass broke. Skates over. I've never ever seen that in all the years I've been around this game.
Suzuki to the blue line. Here's Jeff Petrie. Fires a shot. Another big block by Kasperi Kapanen. He threw a stick at him. Threw the broken stick at him, and that'll be penalized.
I don't think Kapanen can believe what he just did. And I think it was just a frustrated play by Kapanen. But one you can't do. He's got half a stick in there, and he throws it.
And this is going to be a penalty shot. Here we go. Petrie on Michael Hutchinson. Tie game.
Down low, Radulov had to go off his stick. He'll chase after it. Played back to the point. Weber to Markov, firing, tipped in front, and it goes wide. Now it is clear to the line. Markov will hold it in. They will get a whistle here, and it will be a hooking penalty, and I believe it is going against the Canadiens. And Andrew Shaw is the culprit.
Wow. And talk about letting the air out of the balloon for the Canadiens. And we'll take a look where this penalty comes, and you get your stick up. Shaw's not happy as he destroys that stick in the box. You see the frustration. You're battling. You're trying to extend plays. And Shaw gets that stick parallel. Sometimes you get away with it at the end of games. Sometimes you don't. This time Shaw doesn't. He doesn't like the call. And the face-off now comes all the way down to the Canadian zone.
Created confusion for Justin Schultz. And Craig Smith on his toes. A great read. Was able to pick that puck up, and a disappointing end of the night for Alex Ovechkin and his team, but a happy night for Smith and his teammates.
Puck steered out to center ice. Blasted back in on goal to score! A sneaky shot from center fools David Riddick, and it's 4-1 Ottawa.
Although I'm not a fan of this move right here. He's disappointed with himself, and you do not need to headbutt the door.
And the Penguins have shut it down here in the third period of play. They have won more of the battles than they had all game long.
Look out, penalty here.
And what happened here?
Malkin got mad at Michael Raffl, and the stick came up in the face of Raffl.
Comes across. Take a look. The Raffl with a punch, and the stick really swung around. It looked like it just glanced off the helmet of Raffl when it came around. And you got to be in control of your stick.
Pittsburgh Penguins, number 71, Evgeny Malkin.
You're right in there, Razor. You're right between them, and Rupp is trying to get in there. And let's wait a way. Maybe kill the mics down there, guys, at the moment, and let them go. There you go. Murray and Rupp are chipping away at each other, and they want to go at each other, but they're going to be held apart, and our man Rob Ray is right between them. He's getting an earful, 2 earfuls. And the linesmen are over there now trying to tell them to separate, but so far they're not even paying any attention.
Now the referee can't repeat it.
Oh, well, you don't have to.
We heard most of it. Now, again, Chris Neal takes out one of Buffalo's stars, and Lindy immediately send out Mayor Coletta and Andrew Peters.
Here's Besser moving it. Keeps the puck in, and now backhands it behind the net for Quinn Hughes. Hit hard by Girard, and Hughes is injured. Slow to get up. And now trying to hustle back into play. Girard turns inside the line. Hughes goes right back at it. And breaks his stick, and he's going to get a penalty for that for cross-checking. Quinn Hughes lost his cool.
And no penalty called. And so he retaliates, and you can see he breaks his stick on the cross-check.
Would say, and he'd make the argument that it's not on the hands. He's coming over top of the stick, and it's only because the stick. But I remember recently against the St. Louis would say, and he.
As he's kicked out of the dot there, Carlson steps right on in. Eller, sweep it, bump it inside, score! Tom Wilson!
Beautiful textbook setup in front of the cage. And a beautiful play there and finished by Wilson. Here it is down low, tic-tac-toe. And the Capitals have a 3-1 lead, and there's the snap of the stick over the crossbar. Some frustration setting in on their prize netminder.
Wild right back on the attack again with Zucker. Zucker on the backhand, scores! And it's 5-0 Minnesota.
And the deluge continues for Roberto Luongo in this building. And if you play it long enough, you're going to have one of these, or two of these, or in some guy's case, many more. And lucky he didn't light up one of his own players on the bench there.
As soon as the puck is dropped, they deliver a couple of cross checks.
And they're having words are the benches.
Yeah.
Patrick Waugh very animated as he comes over.
Well, it's a long season.
He's talking to Corey Perry about it. And this will be something to watch. There's 2 more games between these teams this season. We'll come back to Noah. Now look at this. Boudreau comes over, and Waugh's taking the house down. As the stanchion and the pane of glass between the benches doesn't look very sturdy. And then the coaches get into it.
Oh, we saw this from Patrick Waugh in the Quebec League. Apparently we're going to see it from him in the National League as well. I'll be interested to see if the league has anything to say about this, John, quite honestly.
It goes high by Cross. Cross will in. Pass in there with Alfredson going to the net. Xander shoots. Joseph is furious. And he ran into the referee by accident on shore. And Joseph is furious.
He feels he was interfered with and couldn't come across the net to make the save. But Curtis Joseph's got to take it easy here. And some teammates should get between him and the referee. In his attempt to argue the point, he knocked the referee down. He didn't do it on purpose, but when we see the replay, Mick Magoo called it a goal right away and said there was no interference on the play. Probably true is Cross put Alfredson into the goalpost, but look at this. I hope he's going to get a 10-minute misconduct there, and I hope that's all because he did trip and slide in by accident.
Oh yeah, he'll get a 10-minute misconduct for that accidental check